Does Beerus exist in Future Trunks' timeline? So this is quite, I guess, a weird question that people have asked me over, some time now, and it's really interesting as well. And I wanted to cover it in this video just real quick because I'm going to give you quite a simple answer. So before, we get into this whole, I guess, discussion, can you guys hit the like button? I know I always ask for this, but, the more engaged you guys are with my videos, the more, I guess, motivated I am to create more of these videos for you guys. Because let's be real, if I upload a video and nobody's really engaging, then I'm not going to feel really, motivated to upload another video for you guys, because people are just not going to engage and stuff. And if you leave comments on my videos, that would just motivate me so much more to create more discussions for you guys. So now that that's out of the way, let's get into this discussion. So we know that every time Trunks travels back in time, he creates an alternate timeline that diverges from that one point onwards, right? So Future Trunks' timeline is just another timeline from the main timeline. And what I'm trying to say here is that Beerus has existed millions and millions and millions of years in the past, before any of the Z Fighters were born. And the point I'm trying to make here is that most likely Beerus does exist in Future Trunks' timeline. I'm sorry for the stuttering. He does exist in Future Trunks' timeline, but the reason we haven't seen him is because he probably didn't have that dream that he had, in the main timeline about the Super Saiyan God. Because how could he have a, I guess, dream of fighting the Super Saiyan God if there's no enough Saiyans to, create that Super Saiyan God? And if there was a Super Saiyan God, it would have to be Trunks. There'd be no Goku. And I doubt that Future Trunks as a Super Saiyan God would be strong enough to face Beerus, unless he just kept training and training and training. But the point I'm trying to make here is that, Trunks is an adult here in this timeline, and if, Beerus was going to show up, he's probably going to show up when Trunks was a kid, and we didn't see that. So, I'm pretty sure Beerus is either sleeping or he's just, in another part of the universe, destroying planets and, judging other people. And this also means that the Supreme Kai in this, timeline is also sealed. And yeah, so the answer here is pretty simple, Beerus does exist, but he's just off somewhere else, I guess, just, yeah, like I said, destroying other planets, or he's either sleeping, or he's just traveling through other universes doing other things, because this is a different timeline. And, Dragon Ball Super could potentially confuse the crap out of us, because there's different, timelines, and then there's different, completely different alternate realities and universes. So hopefully they do a good explanation of, how this is going to work, so, we, the viewers, don't really get confused as to how everything really works. And, if Beerus does exist, and he did try and confront Trunks sometime, or, comes down to Earth, things could get, pretty bad, because I don't think that the Supreme Kai would, tell Trunks that Beerus was coming to Earth. And if Beerus met up with some humans or something, or comes down to Trunks wouldn't know who he is, so he'd probably jump the gun, and try and attack him, and then Beerus would just flick him and, I guess, test him and taunt him to test his strength, and then, he'd probably blow up the planet, which would be really depressing, because then Trunks would die, and then his mother would die, and this would mean that the whole, Saiyan race is actually completely eradicated and extinct, and that's actually really depressing. And in this timeline, also, Frieza didn't get resurrected, which is kind of weird, if you think about it, because why would, Sorbet and Tagoma not exist in this timeline? Or what would alter the, actually no, I'm wrong. You know why? Because they had no reason to come to Earth. They probably already came to Earth, and, so that there was no Dragon Balls, and then they left, and, their empire probably died somewhere off in space, and yeah, because there's no way to revive Frieza, and nobody knows where, new Namek is at this stage anyway. So I know I got, carried off topic here, but I just wanted to, tell you guys if, Beerus does exist in this timeline, which he most likely definitely does, and why Sorbet and Tagoma haven't, showed up, because many of you guys have probably actually thought about this, and if you didn't, I'm just getting you guys to think about it. So I just want to close this discussion off here now. I want to hear, what you guys think. Do you guys think that Beerus exists in this timeline, or if he doesn't, What do you think happened to Sorbet and Tagoma and their empire? Because it's their empire at this stage anyway. And yeah, my name's iVoltGaming, and if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe because I do upload daily, content for you guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys, have an epic day.